See about 1 minute left in the first period, first round. You started getting inside on him. You started landing a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Were you surprised at how many shots it took before you landed the big one to finish him?
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Like I was just saying, there's a couple other things that surprised me too. He was just super tough. You know, I went in there like super optimal, dude. I had like the best camp of my life. Everything was across the board. Everything was just on point. You know, so I was going in there to just like finish him soon, dude. Like within, I wanted him out there within a round. You know, make a statement. You know, because I got some other big fights lined up that I wanted to get at. And so, yeah, he didn't make it easy for me.
So one thing you keep mentioning, you're saying since you've joined the MMA lab, you've never looked so good.
Yeah.
But what particularly about the MMA lab is making you so well? Like what is it that they do differently than your last team?
Well, it's the whole program, man. It's so many different factors. And first, you show up there, those mats are just saturated with UFC fighters and just all around good dudes, you know. And so it's almost physical. If you show up there every single day, it's physically impossible not to get better and even become a better person. So that place is it's the best gym in the world, man.
You said bigger fights. Which one do you have in mind?
Dude, I got vengeance on my mind, dude. You know, before I came to the lab and before, I'm getting the sufficient training that I have now. You know, I lost some fights under some not the right circumstances. I just want to get some of those back.
You said you made a statement tonight.
On your list, is there one person on your list that you have?
Dude, well, I got my ass kicked by 3 guys. You know, split decision loss, and then 2 dudes choked me out. So, fuck, either any one of those guys could get it. You know, I mean, I'd be more than happy to get back in with any one of those guys.
You said you made a statement tonight. What statement do you think you made to the Bellator's 145-pound division?
It's just kind of cemented what I was already on what I'm about. You know, I bring the heat, dude. Also, I chuck. You know, I go in there and I start throwing. So, I hope I haven't watched the fight or anything, but I hope that came off a little bit.
Can you break down that finishing combination that you threw?
Yeah. So he's like I was saying earlier, he's super long. So I was gonna have to slip and dip on him, slip and rip and just start throwing, I wasn't gonna be able to pick him apart from the outside. And he's like a 74-inch reach. He's pretty tall. He's like 6 foot or some shit. I don't know. But I knew once I slowed him down a little bit with some leg kicks that I was gonna be able to start landing some big shots.
Those 3 losses that you had to start your Bellator career, those are the first 3 losses of your pro career total.
Dude.
At any point, mentally, like where were you at? You came into Bellator, lost your pro right off the bat. Mentally, were you good after that, or were you kind of?
See, the cool thing about me, dude, I'm not that smart. So ignorance is bliss. I was just like, fuck it, I just fucking don't care, So, and those losses, they tickled me a little bit, They like nudged me in the directions like, hey, because before that, dude, I was just so fucking. I was like, what, dude? I'm gonna fucking show up. I'm gonna flip these tires. I'm gonna fucking spar with whoever's in this room. You know what I mean? I just didn't give a fuck. And so those losses, you start thinking you know shit, and those losses humble you, dude. So you gotta start, searching because I don't like losing. I was like, fuck, what's going on, dude? All right, don't take a fight on 2 weeks' notice against Pitbull. All right, don't do that again. All right, fucking Manuel Sanchez knocked out 6 of my teeth in the first round, and I still lost, a very close fight, a split decision loss, And Strauss just took me to school, so I learned from all those fights.
You just mentioned Pitbull, and you mentioned Sanchez.
Oh.
Hey, you just mentioned.
Dude, I have implants, dude, so I get them drilled out before every fight. And so when I train, I wear a mask, dude. It's a fucking headache.
And that's from the Sanchez fight?
Yeah, fucking knee right in the middle.
So you just mentioned Sanchez. You mentioned Pitbull that fight each other. Obviously, you're probably interested in that fight. Who do you think wins?
Of course. I think Sanchez would probably take that.
Sanchez, you said?
I think so.
How cool would that be if he's a champ and then become a challenger?
Dude, that'd be great, man.
You'd avenge your teeth.
Nah, dude, I actually got some really nice teeth out of it. Dude, they're fucking clean, dude. I swear. I get them put back in on Monday. My dentist is like, dude, I've never done this before. Like, take teeth in and out. He's like, fuck, this is weird. He's like, but I'll do it for you. He's,
So for fights, you have
dude,
to out and
yeah. So I'm from Los Angeles County, and I live in Phoenix, Arizona. So before every fight, like, I do my last hard sparring session on Saturday, the week before the fight, and I'll drive back to my dentist and like take my teeth out real quick, dude. And I'll fly out from LAX to where, like, to here.
How's your insurance?
Dude, I don't think he charges any. Or I hope maybe he charges you guys, Bellator.
Best dentist ever.
Yeah, he's fucking cool.
Those 3 losses, do you think they were necessary to get to the point where you are at now?
Yeah, dude, I'm a fucking retard, dude. So, like, my whole life has just been these type of lessons. Like, you know, people tell you, like, hey, don't drink and drive or do this shit. And then, and you're like, yeah, for sure, I'm not gonna do that. And then you get a DUI when you're a teenager and you're like, oh, all right, I won't do that now. And, you know, that's just my personality type. I have to learn shit the hard way. And I was 12-0, 10 finishes. Bellator signed me, and they were all stoked, and I was all stoned. And, you know, I didn't really change things up in my camp. You know, Eddie Chong, my head trainer back home, he was, you know, he would make references and shit, you know, but I kind of just like, I do that, that's cool, yeah, but I wouldn't really follow through. And, you know, the formula was working, you know, so, yeah.
Who are some of the guys at the lab that have been helping you the most that you've been sparring with that really changed?
Well, everybody there, dude, like, helps you so much because say, like, dude, some of the bigger guys or the smaller guys, even if you don't really train with them, you see them putting in work, and you see them, like, the way they carry themselves, and you see the way they're, you know, handling business, and you're like, oh, fuck, you know, and the mirror neurons start firing, and you're kind of like, oh, I could do that too, you know, and so everybody there is just leading by example, and there's so many guys, dude, you know, Scotty Holtzman just fought last week, Johnny Case fought tonight, Dave Bulldog Rashad, Mario Bautista, Kyler Phillips, Sugar Sean O'Malley, like, dude, there's so many.
Ben Henderson.
Huh?
Ben Henderson.
Oh, dude, yeah. See, I can't even consider him like a teammate. He's like on like a god level, dude. That guy's, dude, the first month that I was first month that I started training there, that's when I knew like that place was the real deal. It was like 115 outside, and I was changing a tire, and dude, I didn't really know what I was doing. It was like it was a little difficult, and I was just kind of like struggling out there. I'm fucking dripping sweat. I'm just like, what's going on? And trying to figure it out. And then he comes. Like brand new Escalade, and he just parks. He's like, "What's up? You need help?" And I was just like, "Nah, dude, it's cool. Get out of here. Like, go home. You have kids and shit. Don't be out here in the heat." And he stayed right there. He didn't really know what he was doing either. He just kind of stood there with me in the sun and was just like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I think that's it." And we tried. And so we both figured it out. We're out there for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, dude. He's like, "All right, later," and he just left. And I was like, other dudes were kind of just like driving by, and they're just like, oh, they're like, you know what I mean? Like, don't make eye contact. But he stopped like right away. I was just like, no, I'm handling this shit. And so that's when I was like, dude, I'll soul him. Like, that guy's like, yeah, that guy's a different level, dude. He's a high quality man, that's for sure.
How convinced do you think you are from the title shot, and who do you think you have to beat?
Dude, man, I don't really think about that type of stuff. You know, I do have, you know, a good song comes on the radio, and I'll do have like some little wishful thoughts and like daydream about certain shit like that. But at the end of the day, dude, there's so many other shit, like stuff that I have to focus on, like with training, like this very like self-centered type of stuff, you know, because all that other stuff, you know, Bellator is cool and everything, dude, but they're not gonna give me what I want or what I asked for. So I don't even worry about that shit, you know. I just make sure I'm optimal across the board in life and, you know, bring my best foot forward, man. Bring everything I got. I'm more so worried about that type of stuff.
You said you wanted to finish him within a round. It took you a little bit of time to figure him out. What was going through your head in the early moments around him?
It was just, I don't really know, dude. It was almost like a little, just kind of like, just being about that action was kind of like what was going in my head. Like it was like only a matter of time. Just keep going, keep pressing him. Something's gonna open up. Just like kind of like, I don't know, little butterflies in my tummy, dude. I was all excited. I just was waiting for that fucking opening, and you know, I'm glad he gave it to me in the third round.
Where did he cut you? Bloody nose, lip?
Yeah, dude, I had allergies like super bad all week. Dude, I've been blowing my nose all nasty, and I had like big old like globs coming out. I was just talking to my trainer about it. Like, it was really fucking cool. Like, I've never really experienced this in a fight. Like, I was just breathing during the fight, and like a big old like snot rocket came out, and it was all red. And it like landed on his chest, dude. It was kind of fucking cool. It was like slow motion. I was like, oh fuck, dude. I was like, my bad.
Did he even notice it?
Huh?
Did he notice it?
No. I think he had other things to worry about.
One or two more?
And what exactly has changed in your approach in the cage on this upswing in your career?
Dude, I think the biggest thing for me, dude, I'm trying to be like a martial artist. You know, I'm learning like martial arts has like enriched my life so much, dude. Like it's made me such a better person. Like I used to be like really like a shithead, dude. I wasn't like the best dude around, and you know, this journey, dude, and the people that you come across, like man, fighters are so humble, dude, and like fight fans are super cool too, and they, you know, they're always like kind of uplifting and, you know, kind of nudge you to always like better yourself, and I'm just so grateful for all this shit, man.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned since moving to the MMA lab?
Kind of just have an open mind, dude. Just have an open mind, and not to like compare yourself to other people, but you know, there's other people around you to show you the right way, dude, to carry yourself and the way they train and stuff like that. So I've been kind of just like almost like little copycats, seeing these guys like the way they work and stuff, and so that's like the biggest lesson I learned: just open mind, ready to learn.
Guys, just one or two more questions.
When would you like to return?
I think Bellator is going back to my hometown at the Forum.
January.
Dude, I crushed it there in ticket sales. I think last time I almost did like 20 G's in tickets. So
Yeah, tell these guys that.
I got all my fucking family coming and stuff. Like, dude, we're deep, so I'd love to get back in there and dance with somebody.
That dollar sign flashing in their eyes.
Oh yeah, dude, they've had me there the last 2 years. So, yeah.
Congratulations, and
Thank you
congrats.
guys so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.